So earlier this week, the Republicans were so divided on the state budget issue about the tuition cut for UW that they couldn't come to a vote and they had to delay it. We've seen that as a kind of a pattern so far. Where are we at now? Are we likely to see a vote on that issue, and where are we at on some of the other issues facing the legislature?
Sure. Republicans have complete control of state government, but they're moving pretty slow with the budget. There's some real divisions between the Republicans who control the legislature and the governor. There's some real divisions within the Republican ranks in the legislature on these issues. And so that sort of came to a head on Tuesday. They were going to consider Governor Walker's plan to cut tuition by 5% at UW schools for residents. The Assembly didn't want to go along with that. The Senate didn't know what it wanted to do. This is before the Budget Committee. And so they held off. At the end of the day, Alberta Darling, she's the senator who co-chairs the committee, said that they would try to come back today. We'll see if that would happen. I checked yesterday with some leadership, and it sounded like that was likely to come up today. My feeling is that they're unlikely to go along with the tuition cut, but we'll see how that plays out. But it sort of speaks to a broader issue here of some real differences among Republicans and a little trouble making a lot of headway on the budget.
Yeah, so what are the other major issues that remain to be decided?
Sure. Well, I guess we'll start with something where there seems to be some agreement on. Today, they will also be taking up some changes to public benefits programs that would require drug testing, or at least drug screening, to see if you need to be tested for public benefits. Also, some more work requirements to receive public benefits. These are things that Republicans are largely in agreement on. I think we'll see them accept what the governor has proposed to expand this. This would also require sign-off from the federal government with President Trump in charge. That's much more likely for the feds to accept that than it would have been under President Obama. And these are things that Democrats fiercely oppose. They see it as hurdles and stigmatizing of the poor. So that's an area where there's some agreement, at least with the party that's in control. In terms of divisions, transportation continues to be the big hang-up that they're having, and certainly property taxes now have emerged as a problem. The governor said the other day on Twitter that he would veto the entire budget if property taxes go up in this budget. We've never seen him make a threat to his fellow Republicans like that before about vetoing the entire budget. He was in with Assembly Republicans for an hour yesterday, talking behind closed doors. It does not sound like they made a lot of progress or reached any agreements in that meeting.